Tanks. These are pressurized vessels for the storage of liquid nitrogen only. Sizes range from approximately 80 litres to many thousands of litres capacity. They are normally fabricated in stainless steel or painted mild steel. Depending on the size of the tank, they can be either static or mobile. The largest mobile vessel is normally 240 litres capacity. The tanks are normally filled via a liquid nitrogen road tanker from the supplier. The product is decanted from the tanks as a liquid either manually via a hose or via insulated pipework. Your liquid nitrogen tank is a critical part of your storage, as without it, you wouldn't have the liquid nitrogen you require to fill your freezers. So making sure the tank is in full working order is vital. Ensuring the tank is at the right pressure is important, whether filling manually via a hose or through a liquid nitrogen line. If filling manually, you need a pressure no higher than 1.5 bar to avoid surging and splashing of the nitrogen whilst decanting. If via a fill line for autofilling, it is important to ensure that the feed pressure matches with the specifications laid down by the freezer manufacturer. Some designs are more pressure sensitive than others, and the manufacturer's recommended pressure is set to give you a fast enough fill without causing excessive boil off of nitrogen. Ensuring you have sufficient stock for your requirements is important, and the only way to measure this is via the level gauge fitted to the tank. So it is important to know that the level gauge is working and accurate. If it is reading incorrectly, you may find that you have run out and not realized. As with all cryogenic vessels, a good vacuum is key, and if the vacuum starts to fail, you will have excess boil off of liquid nitrogen as more ambient heat enters the tank. This can be identified in a number of ways. The pressure relief valve could be continuously venting, or you may see ice or condensation on the outside of the tank, even when not in use. If this happens, then it needs to be investigated. It may only be a faulty relief valve, but the issue needs to be identified. People often increase the number of liquid nitrogen freezers, but not the size of the tank. As a result, they suddenly find they need more fills, or are constantly running out of liquid nitrogen before the next delivery. More frequent deliveries are more of a fix than a solution, as it means additional delivery costs and also puts your samples at risk if there is an issue with a liquid nitrogen delivery. Your gas supplier should be able to assist you in optimizing the size of the tank that is large enough to meet your needs, but not too large that you are venting off more than you are using. If you are manually decanting, then the hose should be fitted with a phase separator. These are normally brass sintered fittings on the end of the hose, designed to reduce splashing during decanting and keep the nitrogen in the liquid phase. As many liquid nitrogen tanks are sited outside, it is easy for them to be forgotten about until something goes wrong. Routine checking will reduce potential issues or highlight them in advance so that any necessary work can be carried out. Carry out regular visual inspections. Are there any signs of physical damage? Has it been dropped or driven into? A dent will bring the inner and outer vessels closer together and so reduce the tank's efficiency. Is there any ice on the neck and sides when not in use? Pressure. What are the pressure readings? Are they steady and within required parameters? Levels. Keep an eye on the liquid level, monitor for rapid drops, identify the potential cause. Has someone been taking a large quantity of liquid nitrogen out of the tank for some reason? Or is there potentially a leak along the line? Testing. Ensure that all the valves and fittings are in test state and in line with PSSR 2000, that is, the Pressure Systems Safety Regulations. If the tank is rented from the gas supplier, then that is normally their responsibility. If it is customer owned, then it is the responsibility of the customer to ensure it meets with all the regulations. If they are outside of the test date, the gas supplier may not deliver into your tank. If you have a hose and phase separator fitted, check them for damage. If there are any leaks, or the phase separator is looking damaged or dented, then they will need replacing. Has your demand outgrown your tank? We sometimes find that customers have increased the number of liquid nitrogen freezers on site, but not increased their on-site liquid nitrogen storage to match. You may find that you are taking deliveries more frequently or running out of stock before the next delivery. This means you have less contingency stock in time of emergencies. Optimizing your on-site storage can be beneficial by ensuring you have enough contingency stock and reducing the number of deliveries and delivery charges. Thank you for taking the time to watch this webinar. If you have any questions relating to any of the points raised in this presentation, we will be happy to assist you. Just contact us via email or telephone using the contact details on this slide.